Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is so beautiful outside. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. I love the summer. I know people hate it, especially where I live. It gets to about like 113 up to 116. 106 is usually kind of like our temperature all summer, I feel like. But I love it. I love the heat. I'm a summer person. Even though I'm born in January, I totally dig the snow, but if I'm not skiing, I'm out. I'm in bed. So I was hanging out with a friend and she was just like, why do you like people so much? So I guess she was referring to a post I made on Facebook where during Mother's Day, I put it out there, hey, if you don't have a mom or a sister, or you don't want to see the kids, you have no one to celebrate Mother's Day with, come to my house. Let's hang out, bring a side dish, let's go to the spa. And she was just like, that is crazy that you do that. And I'm like, yeah, I had a mom that I just, we just connected on Facebook through something, and she came to my house. I'd never met her in real life. She came and we had a great time. And, she met my friends. There was about, I think 5 or 6 of us. I can't remember the exact number because one left early. So I think it was 6 total moms. And it was great. We had fun. We hung out in the spa. There's no kids, just girl talk. We had some food, booze. I had plenty of booze. And it was great. But my husband was even like, are you crazy? You invite strangers? And I'm like, you know what? If there's someone that's in need, I think we could all relate to that. And for me, they're not a stranger. If I could relate to that, and I do, that's not a stranger to me. And so, I guess growing up with someone, my mother, who was very cold, did not like people, never wanted to socialize outside of her group. I guess I'm really the anomaly of my family because, I have sisters that are very antisocial and stuff like that. And I'm the only bubbly person out of the family. And everybody's like, who do you come from? Because our family is not you. I don't know. I think because I believe this is for me. I had a cold mom. I didn't have a nice, lovely, warm mom who brought cupcakes for my birthday or did anything for my birthday. I just always crave that socialization, that family setting, that love and support, that village. I always craved that. And since I didn't get that in my own family, I'm going to create it right now as an adult. So I think it's taking a dysfunctional scenario, my family growing up, very dysfunctional house, and twisting it and making it into a positive. I can grow up and just be everything bad in my life is because, my mom never hugged me, never said I loved you, was never proud of me of anything I did. She was always like, oh, that's it? That's all you achieved? I graduated with my bachelor's. And she told everybody I graduated with my master's. And when I just said, hey, that's not true, why are you telling? She's like, oh my God, you went to school for that long and that's all you got? This is the type of mothering I got my whole life of never being enough. So, do I want to push that out there into the world and treat people shitty like my mom kind of treated us? No, I don't want to do that to anyone. I wanted to do the reverse, use my circumstances to create a little bit of joy, happiness to everybody else, and, uplift everybody who probably does not have a lot of support. I didn't have a lot of support growing up. So, but people find that super weird. I know people would be like, she's not that nice, she's fake, she's this, she's that. And what you see is what you get. I don't know. I know I get a lot of mean girls. Does not faze me. I had two situations of women who were just like really mean, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have the time or energy to get in some situation with you. Do I want to provide you with the energy? No. Do I want you to rent space in my head for free? No. I just have to like move on and just like, whatever. Karma always gets these people. Do I want to rant and rave on Facebook or social media? No, I don't want to be that type of person. I could do that about politics all day long. I don't need to do that about some idiot I encounter with. I mean, this is like how petty people are. My kid gets an award, and the lady who is saying the names knows me personally. She knows this is my kid. She does not like me. I don't like bullying. I'm very much against bullying, and things that I perceive are just like not right, not correct. I'm very outspoken, and a lot of people don't like that when you're not going with the flow, which is why I'm not a Democrat. I don't go with the sheep. I look at the circumstances and I'm like, hey, that doesn't sound right, and I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to be vocal about it and be like, look, this is wrong. This is not right, blah, 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 blah. Well, people don't like that, and me, who cares if they don't like that? I still have to, voice an opinion about like, hey, let's call attention to this. And so what this lady did is she totally butchered my last name, which I can see how you kind of, but like the word that she said for my last name really does not correlate with the vowels in my last name. So my kid didn't go up to get his award. Sucked. I mean, he worked really hard to write this essay, to get this award, and I felt really bad for him, but you know what? My kid did not care. He was just like, oh my God, I won. He was so excited he won. He got the award, and then they misplaced it that night, so we couldn't even get it that night. He got it the next day, so I said, hey, you know what? Stuff like this happens. Don't even worry about it. I didn't let him know the situation. I wanted to keep him innocent in the event that happened. I wanted him to enjoy his accolades, and I'm so proud of him. He's high functioning autism, was in special ed, for almost his whole career, school career, right? Pulled out of classes every single day for speech, OT, resource, all this stuff. Finally gets into high school. We finally, mainstream him where he does not get any services for the first time in his entire life. He's had services since he was 6 months old. Fast forward his junior year, he's done with services. He's feeling the freedom of like being typical, enjoying his accomplishments of how far he's gone. And someone tried to ruin that for him, but he did not get it. And I was so happy that he did not. And my husband was so livid because this person has done stuff. And I told him, I'm like, I believe in karma. I can vent to my friends, and that usually helps me out when I vent. I'm like, I vent, I'm okay, and I move on, I get over it, like normal people. But what I don't do is I don't go after these people. I don't try to confront them, because what does that do? That like gives them the win over me, the win over my energy, my positivity, my life, and there's no one's winning against me. No one has that power over me. So I just let it go, and I'm like, hey, he picked it up the next day. We celebrated with him, took his picture. He was so happy. He got his cord. Life is good, right? He's innocent. He doesn't know. And I told my husband, you know what? I feel like karma has already taken care of this lady. She weighs like 250 pounds. She looks like shit. She looks like she's 60, and she's younger than me. So I'm just like, I feel like karma's already gotten this lady for all the shit that she's put me through when I was just representing representing the special needs students of our elementary school. She did not feel that we should accommodate them at every event. She didn't feel like we should allot money to our special needs event because our special needs parents don't contribute that much money to PTA, and she was just very negative. And I just, spoke up, for the students, for our parents, and made sure that we had every accommodation, we had every resource necessary. So our special needs students had an amazing time at this elementary school, despite the fact that this lady really resented our kids taking up space at the school. But karma is wonderful. I totally believe whatever you put out into this world, you will receive tenfold. And so, I'm telling you, that's all you could do. That's all you could do when you have so much toxicity floating around you. You cannot worry about all these people and all their negativity and the things they say about you. Like, what do I care? What do I care if this person says all this stuff about me? It's not true. My friends who know me know it's not true. And I'm not going to let them rent any free space in my head with that negativity. I'm just going to live life and happy. And that's actually what gets them even more mad at me, is that I smile at them. I say, hey, how's it going? And they're just like shocked that I even talk to them. And I'm like, yeah. Or I just ignore them and into the room with my sunshine. And my husband was like, you're so crazy. I'm like, whatever. What do I care? And then I had turned my eggs off. So I also had a family member be super petty. And I just was thinking, when I made the decision to sever ties with them, this totally reinforces that I made the right decision. And people are always scared to cut off family. I am not scared to cut off family. I have to protect myself, my husband, and my 3 kids from any type of toxicity, dysfunctional actions from family members, because that hurts the most, because this is someone that you're related to by blood, that is in your family unit, that is supposed to be like the most supportive, most loving to you. And when they're not, that hurts your heart and your soul even more. That cuts you so bad. So I have to usually protect the kids and stuff like that and remove people. And sometimes they don't understand it, but later on as they grow up and mature and realize, wow, okay, I totally understand why my mom cut these people out of our lives. And so you got to do what you got to do to protect the mind, the body, because who else is protecting you and your kids? No one. No one is protecting you. Your kids are only little and innocent for so long a time. They don't need to be exposed to the nastiness, just the pure corruption of a person's soul and behavior just because they're family. No, I need to protect these kids at all costs, So that's it. That's been my week, and I just choose to hang out with friends, meet new friends. I know that's weird against my age population. Usually women are just have a couple or one or no friends, and I'm like, no, if I could meet a new person, they could come into my friend group, I'm so happy. Please come, please enjoy my pool, my home. I won't, actions speak louder than your words. So if I put good forth genuine, friendship, I always expect that in return. And when someone does it, then I know their true colors, and I'm like, okay, you're not going to be a part of my friend circle. And so you just have to really stand firm and protect yourself, protect the family at all costs. And so, I totally am very protective of the kids, and that's how you have to be, because they're the only ones that really matter. Is the people in my 4 walls are the only ones that really matter in life. So, so that was like my crazy week trying to like be like, no, ladies, not today, Satan, not today. You're not gonna get me. I'm not gonna let you. And so my husband was like, I'm really proud of you, but I'm a little disappointed because he's like, you get super feisty and you know, you could tell someone off, but you chose not to. And I'm like, I know. No, just kidding. I'm like, no, there's no need to, because I know karma has already taken care of that lady. There's no need for me to do anything else. She is miserable from the inside out, and it's showing to everybody in this world. And I don't need to contribute to that. It's already done for me. So, so anyway, so that was like my week. Avoiding toxicity, dysfunctional people, and just forging forward. I mean, I'm going through menopause. I do not need any of that stress. I'm trying to hold it on. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous week. And thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, because I always find it super funny that people are just watching me just talk and just like blah, 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 blah. Love you and appreciate you. I love when you guys text message me and said, oh, I love your video and you're so right about this. And I'm like, thank you. You watched the whole thing. All right. I love you and hope to see you soon. Bye.